Good morning, world. Hey, yo, what's going on? It's your boy FRE$H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's TheFlyBoyway. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel. And I'm here to bring you another episode of the Black Man's Guide to World Travel. This time, we're going to talk about Trinidad and Tobago Carnival. Trinidad Carnival is the third biggest carnival in the world. Now, I know you've already seen the other two videos I have. If not, you should go check them. Of the other two carnivals, which are Barranquilla, Colombia, and Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Now, Trinidad, oh man, this is a whole different type of beast. When I say Trinidad Carnival is an interactive carnival, I mean the people from Trinidad and Tobago allow you to take part of their culture. I mean, wearing garments, dancing, walking in the parades, juve. Oh man, we'll get more into all that later. We're going to get to beautiful women. We're going to get to the nightlife. And we're definitely going to get to the adventure called juve. But I just want to give you an overall summary of what my experience made me feel about Trinidad Carnival. So, when it comes to Trinidad Carnival, you want to actually book your hotel. Now, this is going to sound a little bit crazy. You're going to want to book your hotel and start looking at your hotel before your flight. Now, I'm on the East Coast. I'm in New Jersey. I'm close to New York, so I can do New Jersey or New York airports. But here's the thing. Trinidad and Tobago are so close to the United States, on the East Coast at least, that you can pretty much catch a flight from so many different places. So it's not like your flight is going to get overbooked. Now, it's going to still cost a lot more money than other carnivals because it is borderline United States. So everything is United States prices. The reason why I would book my hotel before my flight is because unlike Barranquilla and Rio de Janeiro Carnival, which I told you, you can probably get away with booking 5 or 6 months in advance. Trinidad Carnival, you want to book like 9 to 11 months in advance. The reason for this is because the people that go to Trinidad Carnival are normally regulars. So they don't just go one time and then that's it and they travel more. No, they mostly go every year. And because they go every year, a lot of the hotels, Airbnbs, and places that they stay offer them a chance to book that place before any newcomers. What you want to do is you want to be in at least, now I could be saying the park name wrong, Queen Savannah Park or Savannah Park. If you're from Trinidad and Tobago, please don't get mad at me. I'm just trying to go off of memory of what I remember. But Trinidad and, Port of Spain, Queen Savannah Park is where the main stage is at. But if you're about 30 minutes from that area, you're pretty good if you're 30 minutes within driving of getting that. If you're anything over 30 minutes of driving from the center of Port of Spain where the carnival is held, man, you may not get to that place for hours at a time because traffic is heavy. Now, when it comes to hotel prices, listen, this is close to America. This is close to the United States, so I'm going to tell you it's going to be a little bit pricey. And when I say a little bit pricey, it's going to be way more pricey than Colombia or Brazil Carnival. I'm going to let you know that from the start. Trinidad Carnival, a hotel room can range from, follow me now, depending on how close to the center of town you are, a hotel room for just a standard double occupancy hotel room can range from $250 a night to about $400 a night. Now, some hotel rooms, if you're looking for a suite, you may be talking about $500-$600 a night. So I'm just putting that out there. I didn't stay in a suite. The hotel I stayed at was La Orchidee Boutique Hotel. It's an amazing hotel. It's only about 7 blocks from Queen Savannah Park or Savannah Park, and it's in walking distance to basically a lot of the activities during Carnival. It's an amazing place to stay. Now, I paid in total about $980, something like that. $980 to stay there. Even though the Carnival event is from Wednesday to Wednesday, that's kind of expensive if you're going to stay that whole time. I personally would suggest staying from Thursday to Wednesday. The reason why I would say stay from Thursday to Wednesday is because there are major activities on Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday. Monday night aren't that many activities, but Tuesday it's a big activity because everybody goes to Tobago to the Marcus Beach. I might be saying the beach name wrong, but you can Google it. It's like a relief from Carnival. And rather than people going home on Tuesday after Carnival parade on Monday, they all go to the beach, and you don't want to miss this. I did. I'm trying to save you the hassle of being disappointed when you're watching all these videos while you're on the plane and everybody's going to the beach and you're wondering why everybody's got beach gear on, and it gets wild. Okay, so when I showed up on Thursday, the first thing I did was I walked around the neighborhood to try to find out what stores are in the area so that I can make sure that I get the necessities I need. The first night, it was a big event. This is one thing you want to do also. You want to make sure that you check online for all the events, or check on Instagram or YouTube and just type in Trinidad Carnival, and a lot of events will come up. I think the best choice is to go on Instagram, go to certain like Caribbean artists page, like I would say like first Mashu Montana, big artist. I would say Bougie Garland, big artist, and then whatever other big artists of it are down for Trinidad and soca music and things like that for the year, because on their Instagram page they'll have some kind of activity that's coming up. I didn't do this when I went to Carnival Trinidad, and it messed me up for the first day. The first day I got there, it was Thursday. I told you I did all that stuff in the daytime. In the nighttime, I was ready to go to the party. And I was asking everybody, hey, where the party's at? And everyone was saying they're going to Soca Monarch. I never knew what that was. What Soca Monarch is an activity which is a big concert. And it's concert with all of the top soca music artists of the year, and they all meet up and they compete against each other for the Soca Monarch, the number one place. It's actually number one and number two place. I would have loved to see that, but because I didn't pre-plan, because I didn't have somebody that's telling you like I'm telling you about it, I missed out on the first night. So the first night I ended up just, I believe, going to sleep early because I was tired from the flight. On the Friday before, they have a Kiddie Parade. During the day is a Kiddie Parade. It's just basically the same thing as Carnival is going to be, but it's like for kids. It's cute. You'll see it in the background. The kids all dressed up in the different costumes. And this is one thing I like about Caribbean culture and just cultures outside of America. It's not just Caribbean cultures, it's all different cultures outside of America. The one thing I like about that is that they really take pride in teaching their children their culture and their ethnicity and what they stand for. And you can see the progress, like the kids are so into it, so that when they get teens and they so into it, and when they become adults, they're so into it. And it just gives you a self-pride in your country. And then Friday night, they call it Juve. It's spelled, for those that don't know, it'll sound like it's spelled Jovert, because it's Jouvert, but there's like a hyphen between the J and the O. But it's pronounced Juve. Juve was probably like the craziest activity I've ever seen. Juve is a night where all different kinds of bands go out and they stay out all night long, and they dance and they march and they drink and they just party in the street all night long. Now, when I went to Trinidad Carnival, before I went there, like I said, I did the research. I joined a group called the White Angels. There's a big group in the St. James area, and it is amazing. They treat you like a family. I was by myself. I went by myself, and I just met so many people who can be considered family members, and it was amazing. It was amazing. And you'll see in the background, it's wild. There's also a thing that happens during Juve where you have like two bands, and it's called basically, it's like Clash of the Bands, where like two bands will be passing the street on each other, like passing by each other on the street, and you'll like have like a line in between the bands, and then you have some people dancing and say, my band is better than your band, and you have the other people, our band is better than your band. I mean, we wiped them. We did a pretty good. They held up for a little bit, but then we wiped them. But it was another band. I think it was called the Yellow Devils or something like that. And the White Angels, we just had the energy. We had the youth, the vitality. It was just amazing. But you want to definitely take part in Juvert, because Juvert is fun. And you gotta basically, two things you gotta do for Juvert. You want to get sleep the day before. You want to sleep till at least 9 o'clock, because Juvert doesn't really, the activities doesn't really start to 1 in the morning, and it doesn't end to about 10 in the morning. So you want to get some sleep before. That's the first thing you want to do. You also want to be well hydrated. That's the second thing you want to do. And the third thing you want to do is you want to be in some type of shape. The reason you want to be in some type of shape is because it's a long walk. And I mean, you're moving and dancing and the music. You're walking behind a truck, or you're walking behind, like, you know, a DJ playing music, and you want to be in shape. So this goes until about 10 o'clock in the morning, right? Now, here's where you really, really want to be in shape. 10 o'clock in the morning, you go back to your hotel. You don't go to sleep. You get in the shower. You wash all the paint off your body, all the powder off your body. Oh, yeah, because they throw all that stuff. You wash all the liquor off your body. You maybe lay down just to stretch your body for a minute. And then maybe 12 o'clock, you're back up because you want to go Pre Carnival Walk. Now, what a Pre Carnival Walk is, you're walking the carnival route that you're going to do in your costume, but you're doing it without your costume, so you can get accustomed to the distance of the walk, so you can get accustomed to the activities of the walk, and so that everybody can know how it's going to go. So you go and you walk. And now there's a lot of people. It's probably like 30 bands. It's probably like 30 different bands. It could be more. 30 different bands of 500 to 1,000 people each. Literally. Now that's a literal thing. There's might even be some bands with even more than 1,000 people. And to get in the band, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to pay money. Now, like I said, for Juve, you're going to pay for that to be in the band. And then Carnival is a different band you're going to have to pay for. Now, the band I paid for was very, very economical. It was about like $500 for the band, and they give you the costume, they give you all the drinks, and it's a 2-day event. But most bands in Trinidad Carnival cost between $600 and $1,200. If you want the top bands where you see like Amber Rose and Rihanna, and you want to be in one of those bands, you're going to pay like $600 to $1,200. But my band was amazing. Now, Carnival Day, like I said, the Pre-Carnival Day, you're going to walk. You're going to have fun and stuff. Then at night, they're going to be something called Fetes. Fetes are basically parties. Now, the wildest and most craziest Fete is led by Mashu Montana. Mashu Montana is a big soca artist, maybe the biggest soca artist of all time. He's been performing since he was like 5 years old in concerts, and now he's, up in his 40s, and he's still performing, and he's still got the same energy as he had when he was 5. Mashu Montana throws the biggest event of the whole Trinidad Carnival for Fetes. His event, though, is way out of Port of Spain area. I mean, this event took me about an hour to get to. I feel as though it was like 45 minutes to an hour to get to. And there's a lot of traffic. And it's at night. A lot of foreigners, Americans, don't go. Because I don't know how to word this. A lot of people, they punk out, they don't go. But I'm telling you, I'm trying to get it out to just tell you that, it's worth it, man. It's worth going. Now, like I said, it's a little crazy because it's at a location where the real people are at. Now, it's not the hood. It's not the projects. It's a wild event. Now, when you get there, it's going to be, Mashu Montana always has like a bunch of the top artists performing. And there's two different parts. There's the VIP section, and then there's the regular section. You get food, you get drinks in both sections. But I would suggest being in the VIP section. Now, VIP section for this event isn't like, oh, you're singled out, you got tables and bottles. No, it just means you're closer to the stage. And you want to be closer to the stage because a lot of mayhem happens in the other way. And I don't mean fighting mayhem. I mean, they got water hoses. Like, they get fire trucks that spray people down with water hoses. It's a lot of wild stuff. There's people throw stuff in the air, and don't wear nothing nice. Don't wear nothing nice. I made the mistake of wearing some Gucci shoes. It wasn't the smartest thing in the world. But it was definitely an activity that you will never forget. That's probably one of the biggest. That's probably literally the best concert I ever been to in my life. And I'm not going to call it a concert from my standpoint, but it was really a fete because it was a party too. And it was all night. It started when it probably started like at 7 o'clock, right? And it ended like at break of dawn, was like 8 o'clock over there, right? 7 to 8 o'clock. Now, I only got there at 11, and I stayed from 11 to 7. It's always best to get a driver though. You want like a private driver, because I had a private driver the whole time, and his name was Vic, and Vic was real cool. And you want to make sure you got a private driver, because when you get out there, them taxis gonna try to run your pockets a little bit if you out there trying to get a ride back. But yeah, definitely want to you want to go to, it's called Insomnia. You want to definitely go to Insomnia. I think going to Trinidad Carnival without going to Insomnia is basically no justice. It does Trinidad Carnival no justice. So after Insomnia goes on, let's get to the actual Trinidad Carnival Parade. Now, during the Trinidad Carnival Parade, you're going to be inside the parade. I spent the time inside the parade, and I can only give you my experience, but it was amazing. The one thing I didn't plan for, which I should have planned for, and I'm trying to tell you in advance that you should plan for, is bring sunscreen. I don't know if it was a TV show I heard it from. I don't know if it was just me being ignorant, or I don't know if it was just me listening to ignorant people. But for the life of me, I can't understand why I really believe that black people don't get sunburned. I just thought because I guess we're black, we don't get sunburned. Boy, it's a different type of sun in Trinidad, man. In Trinidad and Tobago, it's a different type of sun. And that's what messed me up. We were walking during this carnival for about, and it was amazing. I was happy because I stayed to the end. But we was walking in this carnival about over 5 kilometers. For those that want to know how many miles that is, I don't know exactly, but I'm gonna say something like 7 miles. It was a long walk. Some people were falling off and just taking a cab seat at the end. But to really experience it, you got to do the whole walk and prepare yourself for the whole walk. It was great seeing all different type of people and just being one with everybody. And along the walk, they give you snacks, they give you water, they give you a lot of alcohol, and they tell you keep hydrated, Gatorade. And it's amazing, man. It's just interactively, this has been the best experience I've had with any carnival. Okay, so I'm going to go out and say that the ratio of women to men in Trinidad is about 4 to 5 to 1. Now, when you get over there to Trinidad Carnival, you don't really have to look real hard like, oh my God, I got to talk to every woman. No, you just got to enjoy yourself and have fun. And eventually you're going to come across women that are like interested in you. Now, you can say, oh, what if I don't look the best? Or what if, listen, I'm not one of them guys with a six-pack. I'm not one of them guys with a lot of money. And I'm not one of them guys with, a lot of height. So if I can do it, trust me and believe you can do it. Like, you can meet women in Trinidad Carnival in person when you go to the Fetes and just have fun and dance. Maybe slide us a little slide remark and, hey, you never know. Or you can go on 2 different websites that both work. When I went there, Tinder wasn't as big if there was Tinder. So I used a website called Tagged, Tagged. Now, Tagged works pretty well in Caribbean countries when it comes to meeting people. And the best thing about Tagged is that you can use it while you're in America, and it's free. So I would suggest first going on tag.com and going and just, checking out, like I said, I don't do affiliate marketing and things like that. So, this is not one. And so, yes, it really worked. I'm promoting it because it worked. Tagged worked. I met a woman over there. She was born and raised in Trinidad, but then she came to America, and then she went back to Trinidad because her father built her a house. So when I went over there, we linked up, we had fun, we enjoyed it. She took me back to the house. She showed me the house. It was amazing. Like, you know what I mean? When I also met other women just, collabing, but I only got to really hang out with her because you're so busy during Trinidad Carnival that you're probably just going to grab something while you're at a fete or something like that. But, if you have any other questions, you want to know anything more, anything I can help you with, or even if you have any input that you can help other people with, man, this is the Black Man's Guide to World Travel, and we're just all here to help each other, get more information before we go places so we save time and money, and so that we have an idea if we're interested or not. So if you have some information on it, leave it in the comments. You have any questions, leave it in the comments. I respond to comments very quickly, and let's get to it. It's your boy FRE$H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why, just check out the channel. Good morning, world.